Okay, last night the plan was to release Branches, which I finally did, even though it's been online for about 7 months. I finally pulled the trigger on it, released it for the public to see. Is that it? It's quite a nice car going behind us. I was lying on bed and I fell asleep. So I woke up at 7 o'clock this morning thinking, right, I was meant to work on the Mid-Side band video last night, and completely missed that, knackered. And then I realised when I woke up I had this Hexham boot sale, so I looked to where the next boot sale was on. It was Seaham. And that's like, oh, fucking hell, it's that clearer down, see an aeroplane coming down. Yeah, so it's so hot over here. I come proper overdressed because it was fucking raining at concert. But I'm about a 15-minute drive from my house to the boot sale Paul Ray tells me about. Paul Ray lives about 10-15 minutes that way, but Paul Ray's at work today. So that's how far away Paul Ray lives away from me, I think. Big Dave's definitely lives up there as well. So I'm going to go and see what's going down on the seaside behind us.
Right, Seaham boot sale was absolutely mint. Compared to Hexham, it was amazing. I'm at the car park now where I'm filling Branches intro. It's at the very end. Got myself a, just by the way, it's one of them raspberry ripples from McDonald's. Quite nice. But yeah, this is a boot sale find video, so rather than do it in the room I thought I'll do it now. It's probably the hottest day of the year. It's a long drive to Seaham. It's about 40 minutes. I'm back in the Tonset area. And I've waited for one couple to move, then another couple. And this guy here has just literally appeared out of the bushes, got in his car, looked at nobody, drove off. Husky, you definitely come to pick some drugs up, stashed somewhere in fucking Bethlehem over there. So yeah, it was probably dodgy. It was probably an old creepy guy like as well. What did I get the boot sale? What did I get the boot sale? Jump cut, nearly finished this, it's fucking melted in seconds. So what did I get the boot sale? Bag 1, bag 3, bag 4. Right, first up I got a new bracelet, finally got myself a new bracelet, something to rattle on. Keep to the left, it's not Silence of the Lambs. Keep to the left. Right, okay, first up, just going to dig in here. Excuse me. Steelbook. Now the stuff at Seaham was class. First up, I got a steelbook at the boot sale for £1. Shogun Assassin steelbook. I mean, look at that. That's absolutely awesome. I can put an Oscar there in Sesame Street. But yeah, that's absolutely lush, and it's got the old classic print on the back as well. Inside, it's got the boy looking a bit sad as well. That's an awesome steelbook. There's a car better pull up next to us. No, so that's when they were. Anyway, so yeah, that's awesome again, steelbook. It's quite is a print. It's nice and shiny, but it's a very like a rough. It's not silky smooth. It's like silky rough. What else? Yeah, we've got fucking Count Ducklia, an original retro one from fucking 1988. Wow. So he's awesome. Massive fan of Count Ducklia. Even still got my VHS still as a kid. Jump cut. Jump cut. The car that's just pulled up behind us might have been trying to do some dogging. Next up, Over the Top, Sylvester Stallone. Never had this in my collection. I'm sure I got this off Mark Emerson recently on my VHS collections. But just Stallone's face. He's actually got him fighting off against somebody as well. MGM release as well. Not hard to come by, but quite, you don't see it that often these day and ages. So yeah, Over the Top. Jump cut again. Next up, The Thing, VHS, PC. Now I'm not sure if I've got this or not, featuring the hit song After Me by Saliva, but it's in really good condition for £1 as well. I think I do have this on PC as the wind blows through the camera there, but yeah. Got another copy of The Thing, which is quite hard to come by. Sorry, I'm junk cutting everything. Next up, this is very rare, and for £1 I was like, yeah, I'll give you £1 for it. 3 really popular films, really hard to get in a box set. The Rush Hour trilogy box set, how awesome is that? All 3 Rush Hours in a box set. On Blu-ray you can't get, I think it's Rush Hour 2 you can't get on Blu-ray. So you get 1, 2, but I have them in a box set, pretty awesome. For £1 as well, I couldn't believe it. Next up, going to get in here is, there we go, it's Terminator 2 on VHS, small book sell-through, iconic cover for the time as well. Has not been rewound. It's not been rewound. Off the way in there as well. Next up, first thing of the buy of the day. First thing of the buy of the day is an aeroplane goes over. Paul Ray's going to go fucking crazy right now. Check that out. It's a Ghostbusters comic book. The 9th of April 1988. This doesn't usually happen. Wow, it's got Stay Puft Marshmallow Man on for $3.99, which I do have. It's got the original Ghostbusters toys on the bottom there. Sorry, I probably picked the worst angle. This is one of the best boot sale finds ever. Yeah, it's a comic book about the Ghostbusters, where obviously one of the lines of toys is in perfect condition. For 50 pence. I know Paul's not going to be very happy I found that. Next up, I got a lot of vinyls. There's guys selling vinyls, especially 50 pence. So we've got the Godfather vinyl for the collection. Lovely artwork repeated on the front and back. Pristine condition, that. Printed in Great Britain. Can't see a date on it, but yeah. Awesome vinyl. Next up, oh, I'll leave that last actually. Next up, more vinyls. Keep with the vinyls. Whoa, they've all come together. I'll keep them separate. This one's for you, Big Dave. Enter the Dragon on vinyl. Amazing artwork. Fights on the back scene as well. All black. That is just awesome to have in the collection. Star Wars vinyl, 50 pence. The London Orchestra as well. Music by John Williams for Star Wars. Main title: Imperial Attack, Princess Leia's theme, Ben's death, and the TIE Fighter attack. Land of the Sand People return home at end credits. Yeah, so the record looks absolutely lush. I didn't even check if them other two were coloured vinyl, but this is probably long before the days they did anything coloured vinyl. Well worth black vinyl. And really well black vinyl as well. So 3 nice little buys there. I'm just filming a boot sale video if anyone's listening or watching. There actually is somebody there. Anyway, it's only content, you know what I mean? It'd be someone like Jake Davis saying, put somebody in the corner of the video just shaking their head. Ooh, hello.
Why? Why?
Yeah, just shaking their head. Can we? Anyway, next up, well, that's bad. Check this out. I bought a plank of wood. You know what I mean? What a plank. Rocky Horror Picture Show. Printed on there. I really wanted this specifically for my Rocky Horror Picture, or which I referred to as the Rocky Horror Picture Show, which has Sylvester Stallone fighting Mr. T, Peter the Fool, Clubber Lang. I always call that the Rocky Horror Picture, and it'd be great to have that up against the wall between the Freddy Krueger thing, which I've tried, but that is an outtake of where this goes. Even comes with a thing, so that's a lush plaque. Great artwork. I'm really happy with that. £1. Unbelievable. Last thing I bought today, another vinyl. Check this one out. Young Guns 2 soundtrack, and I just love the artwork of it. Cyclist is coming on the bell, but check that out. It's got all the cast on there: Christian Say, Keith Sutherland, Amelia Westaples, and Lou Diamond Phillips. An amazing artwork to get a hold of. Obviously, John Bon Jovi himself is on the back, rocking that big wig hair. From the Oscars, peering all the way from the video. But yeah, that's the main ones. I've got some VHSs. Someone's even selling VHSs. But before I go to the VHSs, let's quickly pick up these 4 art cards, right? Printed on metal. What are they? Friday the 13th. How awesome is that? How awesome is that? I've got the t-shirt that. And the other classic Soca Michael peering over the stairs, which is quite an alternative. Will you fuck off, Crow? Totally Crow. One of my favourite films of all time, The Lost Boys. And, of course, it had to be there. The Thing. How awesome are them? £4 for them. 4 for £4, so check them out in the room there in the background. We'll try and keep them 4 together. Maybe's up by the John Carpenter thing. I've got John Carpenter tickets as well. You can see John Carpenter in Manchester. This one, oh, there's a couple of new things here. Ghostbusters 1 and 2. You normally see this for £5.99, but this one, it's been ripped at the top, but it was 50p. So when you open it up, it's like a slime edition one. It's got Ghostbusters 1 and 2. Pretty cool as well, because the discs themselves have got them drawn on, like almost like the Castro paper as well, which I think is absolutely awesome, especially how bad the discs are on the Blu-ray set. But it's just got the movie scrapbook as well inside. It's got ideas for the ghost, keeping away from Casper the Ghost. It's got character biographics, Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, and original poster concept in the back. So yeah, awesome to get for 50p for the collection. Another reason Paul Bray's going to do it. Right, next up, brand new Blu-ray. Broken in hand. That City of the Land Lost Tree. That's the one. Pound. Picked that up a few times, but never really bought it. Pretty awesome. And last but not least, these are VHSs, and I'm going to do a jump cut because I'm going to make this retro videos as well as a boot sale video. Right, so what's in the bag? This guy was I've got it 5 for £1. First up, big box squidgy one, very much like, it's almost like a preset just before when preset's got it on there as well. I don't even know what this is called. Sparkle. Has been rewound. It's a Warner Brothers home video. Big box spine as well, a bit like what the Gremlins will be like and all that kind of stuff as well. That's pretty awesome to get in the collection just for what it is. But yeah, absolutely good condition. I've got stuff like Police Academies, the Rockies, they're all like this, so it's pretty awesome. Raging Bull. So that's the first one. Dick the lid, guess who's next? Christopher Lambert is back looking for fans once again. This is a widescreen version, Beyond Vision. I've got a Lost Boys one like this, Beyond Terror or whatever. I've got this one because it has a 75 anniversary sticker on, which the version I have doesn't. Has not rewound it. Naughty. Yeah, so yeah. I've literally just got back from this boot sale. That's why I'm doing a boot sale video. Next up, this guy had some weird shit. Beauty of the Barbarian. Like, what the fuck is this about? Looks along with the days of the Conan. An Italian-Spanish co-production. The kingdom is protected by Dorana, the god, made immortal by flames and scarred of fire. In the return of the quarter of their wealth, he protects the villages and kingdoms from the Amazons, a barbaric tribe of hell women bent on destruction and domination. Okay. It's an 18. Wow, it is absolutely fucking minging, and it's from Select Video Center. Look at that. You want to talk about retro videos? Fuck me. Some people say they're going to chuck them in the skip. Sometimes they should be chucked in the skip, but yeah, that's minging. 20p, you can't really complain. 2 more, and then we're done. Next up is the Paramedics. Seen this, and I thought that reminds me of Ski Patrol and stuff like Ski Patrol, Snow Patrol. Then again, very similar artwork. I love the drawn artwork of that. It's a 15. It does have a production gold seal of approval on the side. Inside, this is very much like One Spittin'. If anyone knows what One Spittin' one looks like, look at that there. Been rented and bashed a couple of times, I think. Guild video. It's very much like oh, guess what? It's very much similar to a little flip cover, but it's an actual sample, video sample. That's actually awesome. Title The Paramedics, approximately 90 minutes long. What Police Academy did for law enforcement, Paramedics does for medicine. Okay. The largest independent video company in the world. Dealer price £37.95 for this. So this is an actual sample, which is actually awesome to have. So that's awesome. So Paramedics, Ski Patrol. It doesn't look like there's anyone famous. And last but not least, it's another quirky one. It's 4 in a world before Marvel took over. For the Savage Lands of Magic, Mystery, and Wonder Man towers over all others, whatever. The Conqueror, for the Conqueror, tale of mythology and magic. For the legendary god triumphs over overwhelming odds and great victory and destruction of all his foes, his parents strain. At his birth fall rises by Eternia, the Birdman. What the fuck? It's on for 90 minutes approximately. It doesn't have anyone in stars. It's an 18. VHS itself looks absolutely pristine. Has been rewound, no mould on it, and it is not a flip cover. And this has been the end of retro videos. Very random, straight from the boot sale in the car park. How different is that? Thanks for watching and goodbye. Right, now we're back to the boot sale video. I just finished retro videos. I'm going to go home with all this crap. I think I want to... boot sale season's good, but it gets pretty expensive. Definitely gets pretty expensive. Thanks for watching. Goodbye. Here's an outtake for you. Don't leave the camera pointing at you for ages filming while the sun's coming down. Idiots. Here's the outtake I was talking about, and I was going to put it up there next to the Rocky Horror Picture Show with a fucking emo girl and the fucking creepy faces everywhere, because that's the real Rocky Horror Picture Show, but it won't fit. I don't really want to block Freddy's parking. That's an original one. I'll just put it there. So it does have a hook, and I think I might have a spare hook. Do I have a spare hook? Maybe so. There we go. The Rocky Horror Picture Show hangs up on the wall next to the lunchbox Annie got us. And yeah, the lights on now as well. That's where that's going. This video is stuff will just get stored away because I am a hoarder. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.